everyone, this is Amanda from Devotion in Action, and I'm in John 18 using this free printable I've got here for John 16 through 19. And today we're going to use this He is, I am, who am I? I've already done some videos, and I'll link to those in the description box, but I've already done the Amazing Helper, and I needed to do those on like a bookmark because I didn't have room in my Bible. And then You Are on His Mind in 16 and 17, and now we're in at chapter 18, and I actually have room on this page, so I'm going to do it more as like a trace on the actual journaling side of the Bible. So I have something on the other side of this page that kind of bled through, but I'm just really not going to pay attention to that all that much and just go for this. Now we need to cut it out first because this page won't fit totally underneath to align it correctly. Here we go. He is, I am, who am I? And I'll also link to the full devotional post about this as well on the blog, so you can see kind of my thoughts behind this chapter and what really stood out to me. You can see when it's behind the page, I can see that outline behind. It'll be even better if you don't have something on the other side of this page, but if you do, I can even see it around what I've already got on the other side of the page as well. So it kind of works either way. You could use like transfer paper and put it on top and then go over it, but I'm just going to trace this way. And I think it's always a good idea when you're going to trace something through paper, you need to tape it to the page that you're using. And because I have different materials in my Bible that I've used, I'm going to put this Bible mat behind the page so that it doesn't get bumpy from, tip-ins and things that I've put in on other entries. So now I'm just going to take a pencil, and I've got this sped up so that you don't have to sit forever while I'm trying to trace this through here. I will say that when I do horizontal lines, for some reason it is way easier for me to end up with them straight and in line with the thing I'm tracing if I bring my hand up above. You'll see like me shifting my hand up to the top and coming from the top to make those horizontal lines. I don't know why that makes it easier for me, but if you have trouble making like a straight horizontal line coming from the bottom of the page or the side of the page, you might want to bring your hand all the way up to the top and come across. Maybe it's because I can see that line better when my pen's up above or my pencil's up above. Now I'm just taking a Sharpie pen. This is a new acquisition of mine that I got while I was on vacation last week, and I had read some other Bible art journalers who had used an actual Sharpie pen. Now this is not like the permanent marker Sharpie. It's actually called a Sharpie pen, and on the package it says will not bleed through paper kind of thing. So just traced out through there, and I did notice when this was over that it didn't really bleed through. There was some like ghosting, shadowing, but not real bleed through. Probably if you went over and over and over with it, I could see that it might bleed through, so you might want to be careful. And then I'm pulling out my Prismacolor colored pencils, and I think this is called terracotta. This I don't know, kind of brownish color. I was just drawn to it. I think I'm really like loving that the weather has turned a little cooler, and it feels fallish right now, and so I pulled out that brown, and then I'm going to try to come in with a red on the bottom. I wanted this to kind of ombre down. It's going to kind of blend from a lighter brown down into this dark red, and I found that in the middle it felt a little abrupt, so I'm grabbing an orangey kind of color to kind of blend the brown and the red together. I'm not pushing very hard on that orange at all, just trying to make it blend these other two colors. I'm going to do the same process on the A and the M. You could color these straight in, you could color them different colors. This is just what I was in the mood to do today, was to kind of fade these down from light to dark. And I also like how the I overlaps the A, and where the dark part of the I is, it's the light part of the A, so you'll be able to see the outline of that letter there on top of the lighter color. So that kind of worked for me. It was a happy accident. I didn't really plan it. I just noticed it after I was working on it. I'm like, oh, this is going to work out really well. So that's great. So then I'm just kind of blending those in, and obviously you are seeing the tracing of the pencil, the tracing of the Sharpie pen, and the colored pencils in sped up time, because otherwise this video would be crazy long and not that much fun to watch. And you can get the general idea. And then after I had colored in the I am letters, I realized that I had never gone back over the Sharpie pen and erased any stray pencil marks. And so it wasn't too bad on the I am. I had stayed really close to those with the Sharpie pen, but I did notice on the face and on the word who especially, I saw quite a few stray pencil marks. So went in and erased those right over the top of the Sharpie. So all that was left was the Sharpie pen. And then that is a ginger root color, which I thought would make a flesh color. It's not easy to see on the video, but it looked really yellow to me. And I don't know if that's because it is yellow or if it's because of the colors behind it that have bled through the page from my other entry. But at any rate, I took kind of this brown and colored very lightly to make a tan kind of color. give this woman's face some tan, which is really not me. And then that was just a blending pencil, a clear blending pencil that came in this set, that I just kind of blended those colors together, make sure there weren't any pencil marks there. The hair, I started out with a golden yellow color, and I am not going to leave it just one flat color because I feel like no one's hair is just one flat color. I started with that gold color. I'm coming in with kind of a light reddish brown color. I don't remember the exact name. It may be terracotta, what I used on the letters. And then just kind of I'm not coloring over all of the golden yellow, but I am kind of all of the points where I have Sharpie lines, I'm coming along those really nicely, and a little bit more than that. And now I'm going to take a dark brown and go on those lines, those Sharpie lines, to give another added layer of dimension there to the hair. So there's kind of three colors going on here to make that hair a little more realistic. I mean, it's a line drawing, so it's not super realistic, but the coloring in at least is a little more realistic than it was before. And here I'm just going to take, it's almost like a purplish red. I don't even know. I don't remember the name of it. That's terrible. But it's a purplish red that is going to go in this who. There's just little spaces where I darkened down strokes on those letters. One of my favorite techniques for fancy word art and lettering is to just darken those down strokes. And so I colored those in with a color this time. And then I'm using the same technique. I put that terracotta, lay that all on the letter I, but instead of the crimson color, which kind of makes me think of Christ's blood shed for us, I'm putting kind of that purplish red color there, fading up into the terracotta. And that I chose that because one of the things that as we start to study in here, we realize is that God has declared certain things about us. We are a child of the King, and purple is a royal color. And so having that purple in there, it kind of denotes to me royalty and how we are valued and special to God. And so now I'm just pulling off that tape because I'm going to check the back of this page and see if that Sharpie pen kind of bled through, because I didn't check it before. And you can see just kind of some ghosting, but not really any bleed through my entry on the back side. And that's non-page prepped. It's all on the side. It's just plain old Bible page. So there we go. John 18. He is, I am, who am I? And like I said, I'll link to the Bible study. Give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hop on over to the blog. Thanks so much.